show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, it is 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and do you know where your children are? Oh, there we go. We got my guest here, my special co-host, my friend, Interesting Attire, Posh. Thanks for joining us tonight. Are you going to a
Amazing.
funeral?
Lou, it's
I'm
been a hard
sorry. My condolences. What happened?
it's been a hard week.
It's been a hard week.
It's been
Okay.
a hard week on social media, dear. We started off the week with the Browns loss.
Yes, that happened. I was there. I watched it.
Ru- Coach rumors of Coach Anthony Beck of UFL News. UFL News rumors of Coach Anthony Beck might be leaving for a job.
In the
And two
NFL?
hours
In the
ago,
NFL or where?
of the you leaving for a job. He was applying for a job for the USF, but it turns out Brian Hartline got the job.
Oh, yes, that's correct. The offensive coordinator of Ohio State. And he's still going to stay the coordinator throughout the rest of the season with Ohio State. So he's
Oh,
not
that's
leaving.
good news.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah.
great.
He's not. No, you can't just
So
do
that's
that.
how
We
the
need
week
him.
started. Yes, Battlehawks. We thought we might be Battlehawks fans. Of the St. Louis Battlehawks UFL fans might be losing Coach Anthony Beck. That's how the week started. But as a Browns girl and a UFL fan and a Cyclone mom, of a child that went to Iowa State. two
Yes.
hours ago, it
Yes.
dropped. Matt
Yes.
Campbell,
Yep.
Matt the Process Campbell,
Yep.
is now out of Iowa State.
Yes.
He's at Penn State.
Penn State. Penn State hired Matt Campbell. That news dropped earlier today, so that's some college football coaching news.
Let's light a candle. Let's light
Yes.
a
Well,
candle.
Iowa State's a good program. I'm sure it's going to be. He's leaving it in good hands. There's also. Are you
Smoke here.
okay? Are you okay?
Let's smoke here.
Also, well, hey, welcome to the Burning River Browns Talk. I'm Lou Marconi at L Marconi251 on Instagram and at L Marconi 1973 on X. My friend and co-host Posh Clevelander at Posh_Clevelander on X. You can find her. She's very happy to be here. She's in mourning right now, so please be nice in the comments. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. So please,
He's
please.
laughing at me, guys. He's
No,
laughing
no,
at
I'm
me.
not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. So we got the Browns Titans. You know, a 3-win team versus a 1-win team. It's not the most exciting stuff, but it's Shedeur Sanders against Cam Ward, two of the top quarterbacks considered in the draft last season. So that's going to make it interesting. We're going to talk about that matchup. Jay Glazer, I think, dropped a report about
Mhm.
Kevin Stefanski today, and I thought it was interesting, some people's takes on that. I have a take on it, and I agree with
Oh,
what most people said. Well, what it was interesting what they said. I
this
think
is news to me.
what he said what he said was is that if he's let go by the Browns at the end of the season, because he's staying through the rest of the season, he's not going anywhere. But if he does, he's going to be a hot coaching candidate for another team to hire. That's what the story was from what he is hearing from within the league. That's Jay Glazer. He's not just some guy on the internet saying this.
Hmm.
He is a very credentialed, very well credentialed NFL
Hmm.
reporter. So he has
Hmm.
sources. So I don't think he would just say that. There was a
Hmm.
theory from Quincy Carrier, one of the podcasters for the Browns,
Hmm.
Browns podcaster, I should say. He does a lot of Browns content. He does other Cavs content too. Was
Hmm.
he thinks that the Browns put that out?
The Browns or Kevin's
Uh,
people.
he said the Browns did
Mm.
because they're gonna he thinks he's staying for at least another year.
Okay. Okay.
According to what I saw from Dell Ryder,
Hmm.
he's saying the same thing, and I'm gonna explain where his thing and Mary Kay Cabot's saying that, and a lot of fans. I mean, there's fans
Hmm.
I talk to just anywhere else I run into, which is fine. You could have your opinion. That's okay. They want him
Hmm.
gone. But it's interesting. I kind of went off a little bit on Monday. I don't know if you saw that with the Stirring the Pot show. I just went, okay, let's fire everybody. Let's get rid of everybody. Bring in new people. And guess what we're going to be doing here a year later? Having the same discussions, the same gripes, the same lamentations, but just different names.
Different names.
That's all. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because you're going to jump ship, you're going to blow it all up, and then you're going to set the process where we're at now back 2 years. If you do that, do you have that sort of
Gripe
patience?
with Kev. I just want Kev to go to a boot camp. I just want him to make halftime adjustments. I think he has to learn how to adapt when they know you.
Right.
Just
Oh yeah.
come out second.
I'm not talking about criticism of Stefanski's not warranted. I'm not saying that. I'm not
Yeah,
saying that.
that is the
This
only. I think he could be a really good coach. I think he
He
has.
won NFL Coach of the Year 2 years. He did.
Yes,
He did.
I
Let's just
really
say
think
this.
he could do it.
Okay. This is what I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to tell you off the air. But this is what I'm going to say. Just a question I
Okay.
asked the people. If you could say it in the comments, you want to fire Stefanski. Okay. You want to fire Barry. Okay.
Mhm.
Who do you bring in to replace him?
Mhm.
Who's going to replace him? Who's better? Who do you think would be better? If they anybody, that's not true.
No, that's not that's not answering the question.
No, that's
That's not answering the
complete
question.
BS. That's knee jerk emotional reaction without thinking
Mhm.
through the process. Okay?
Mhm.
Does Barry after Barry's last offseason, which he did a masterful job. You're just not seeing it on the field, but you can see the foundation he laid down in the strategical pivot with the draft picks, the trades, keeping Myles Garrett. I think they sold Myles Garrett on the plan to contend in 2027. I think
Okay,
that's what they sold on.
that's yes. I always want to know, be the fly in the room remember when he said, go back to that conversation they had a discussion with
And they
me.
said, look, we had to do this. This is where we're at.
Mhm.
We can't trade you. We can't. I
Mhm.
mean, they can't. We're not going to
No,
yeah, you trade
no.
him, you're going to have to find somebody to replace his production. And
I
guess
don't
what?
want to play against
Nobody
Miles.
on planet Earth can replace his production.
No,
Nobody. So,
no.
just with that in mind, if you want to fire somebody at
Mhm.
this position, you want to get rid of somebody, who are you going to bring in? What type of offensive philosophy will they bring? Will they be better? Will they develop Shador? Will you have to draft a quarterback? Are you going to completely blow it up? Are they going to work? Are they going to try to get Deshaun back into a swarm? Are they just going to let him walk? Where are we at? What are we going to do? That we go back to square one. And you got to make sure when you go back to square one, you do it right. That's the problem.
Who
That's the
tutors coaches?
hmm?
Who tutors coaches? Like when I was in nursing school, I was having a hard time reading electrocardiograms, and I got with a special student that was a guru at it. You know what I
And you
mean?
learn from them.
Behind the scene, who is the mind? Who gurus Kevin? You know who? Because it's just like I see blank looks on his faces. Sometimes, and I know he's stoic. I do. Is he able to take constructive criticism? Did Tom? I thought Timothy Reeves was going to be taking over the play calling.
Tommy
Did
Reese.
he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
Tommy Reeves.
Yeah. I didn't really have an issue with any of the play calling
Mhm.
against San Francisco. I mean, a lot of what happened with San Francisco game was special teams.
That's another issue.
The special teams. Now, if you want to talk about replacing the special teams coordinator, that's
Yes.
that's fine. Bring in somebody you think's more competent. You have to bring in
Mhm.
somebody better. You have to
Mhm.
upgrade.
Mhm.
Okay, it's almost like
Mhm.
if I want to leave a place of employment,
Mhm.
do you leave without having another job lined up?
Never.
Thank you.
You always make sure you have some type of role lined up.
Right, and it has to be
Some,
better. If it's got to be a better one that you have where you're at.
it can't be lateral, baby.
It
It
can.
can't be.
It could be
Oh
lateral
no.
with something in the future, maybe, but
Mhm.
unless it is so god awful and
Mhm.
so bad where you're at that nothing is better than
Mhm.
this. That's a possibility. But do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who are you going to bring in? What other candidates are out there? That's why I think he's staying, because they're going to say, well, there's nobody else better than him out there that we could get. Who else could we get?
Exactly.
The only
Exactly.
guy I could think of that I wouldn't mind them getting would be Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame. But I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he'll come here.
Marcus
The head
Freeman.
coach of Notre Dame. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he has it really good at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I think he's
Most of
an,
the college coaches aren't leaving for the NFL.
yeah.
Ryan Day's not coming here,
No.
so so
No.
that's what I had to say about that.
Mm-mm.
And with the San Francisco game, yeah, because I was around some 49ers fans, and when
Mm-hmm.
McCorley caught the kickoff that was going out of bounds and then went out of bounds at the 5. And we all like look, even 49ers fans were like, what the hell was he doing? Let it go out of bounds. You get it at the 40-yard line. And like, instead, and
When you
he knew.
astound the 40, and what? Why did all these 49ers fans come here? Why was what the
Oh,
heck? Weren't they intimidated by our weather?
oh,
Why
they were
were all
dressed for it. It was funny because I was going in to get my ticket, and there's like a couple 49ers fans in there hooting and hollering and yelling. And they're not even in the stadium yet. And I turned around and went, so let me know, are you two just shacking up or did you legally tie the knot? And my friend Harvey's like, you're lucky you're big. That's what he said to me. So, yes. So
oh
that did
good.
happen. That did happen. That did happen. But let's just take a moment here, just think that through, because yeah, I wasn't kind of really wasn't expecting to win the game. I was hoping to compete, and
Hmm.
with the special teams blunders, with the big punt return, and that we
Hmm.
basically spotted them. Like I think
Hmm.
we had the muff punt, the bad kickoff return, and the
Hmm.
big punt return. That was like 21 points we spotted them. So it was just you know.
Was Wyatt Teller? Was it really? And what was everyone's woman chiming in? I
Who?
hate to be, sometimes it's good
Oh,
to be a
Dylan
trad
Gabriel's.
wife,
Oh,
just
fuck
be
you!
at home making a
Stop.
cake. So I mean, I hate to be sexist,
See,
but it's like
so
what
what?
everyone's woman was popping off this week between Wyatt Teller's mom and Dylan's mom. We don't even want to go down that route, but it's like Chris, even in the everyone's women are just popping off, this this week. I'm like, oh my goodness, between that fiasco with Dylan, it was like it. That's why I'm in mourning this week. I'm like, you know,
You know
women,
what?
help us,
My
help
friend
us,
Harvey, like completely
help
left
us.
social media,
Uh-huh.
and he says he feels like he's in a Disney movie now. So I'm on there. I'm on there because I do it for the promoting content.
Yes,
But let's just kind of everybody just back off.
touch
Just
grass.
touch
Yeah,
grass.
yes.
Just who gives a shit if somebody's mom or girlfriend or wife or whatever says something? It's there. You could say, this reminds me when I trained to be a pro wrestler. Okay, when I
Uh-huh.
first started, I realized it was hard. It was hard to do. It was hard to learn. It was hard to become one. And I remember somebody telling me
Mm-hmm.
it's the hard that makes it special. Because
Mm-hmm.
if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Mm-hmm.
What's easy to do? Get on your phone, have a stupid thought in your head, and tell the
Mm-hmm.
whole world about it on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be the easiest thing to do.
And I guess it is hard. It is hard. I feel for Dylan's wife. It is hard to see your loved one go through this. It is hard to see your
Welcome to the fucking
Dylan
NFL. It would be any city. It would be
he,
any. It's not just
any
Cleveland. It would
city,
be any city.
any city. But I just feel like as a woman, dear, you're not making it easy.
No, you're better off just staying off of there, just letting it go.
Yeah.
These people don't know who you are and don't care about you. Why do
Yes,
you give a
just
shit
be
what
there
they think?
behind the scenes for your mate. Be here
Hmm.
behind the scenes. If I was an NFL chica, I would be at the Cleveland Food Bank. I would be posted up at the Cleveland Food Bank. I would be like Snow White. I would be, you know, there goes Posh. posh wife of Miles Garrett at the
Yeah.
Cleveland Food Bank.
Well,
I was
I think
like, yo, no,
he has a downhill
no.
skiing girlfriend that would beg to differ, or a fiance that would beg to differ on
It's
that.
Chloe. Chloe, she's
Chloe
adorable.
Kim, that's his fiance. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I am so happy.
Is she going to the Olympics? Is she an Olympic skier?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for the news. I'm just waiting for the news for Chloe, Coco Jones, and Donovan Mitchell's wedding, and Taylor Swift's and Kelsey's wedding. The Cleveland weddings of the year. I just cannot wait for
It'll be
those
like the royal
events.
family all over again. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Well,
Cleveland is the world,
Well,
guys.
yeah, and the thing with the 49ers game, it was a lot of it was special teams. I
Hmm.
mean, Shador, there was one play. This is how bad social media is. There was one play where in the first quarter when it looked like he Shador overthrew Jerry Judy, but somebody
Hmm.
on Twitter said Jerry Judy stopped running, which that's not what happened.
Yes,
You know what
yes,
happened? I was there. I was sitting
yes.
in the upper deck. That wind was howling. The goalposts were moving from the wind. That
Okay.
thing was going on a trajectory to be on target to him, and whew, the wind pushed
Okay.
it. The wind
Okay.
pushed
Because
it.
that, yeah, that
That
did look like, yeah, but you were there.
I
That
was
did look
there. I saw because everybody went, oh, like they kind of knew it was nobody's fault. It just happened.
okay. It
And if
just
you would
was
have hit him
wind.
on that, Judy was gone. I mean,
Hmm.
if he'd have hit him in stride, it would look like it was going to happen because it was a
Hmm.
beautiful play. So, hey,
Hmm.
the stuff happens. It's not always going to
Hmm.
be your day. And guess what? This Sunday, it's not going to be much better. I'm going to be
Oh,
there.
the
It's not.
weather? What's the weather projected to be?
Well, it's not going to probably be as windy, but it's going to be
Okay.
cold. It's going to be cold,
Okay.
cold,
Okay. It's
cloudy,
not going to be as windy though.
but not
Okay.
probably not. Man, that was. Oh, I was in
Hmm.
the upper deck. That wind coming off that lake was brutal. So
Hmm. Let's
we
take
shall.
a break. I'm going to turn on the light. I'm going to take a break.
You want
This
me to take
light
you
is
off
not
stage? You
helping
want me
me.
to take you off stage?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go off stage, and while we do that, we're going to pause for a break from our sponsors right now. All right. Well, that was a long break. Sorry. I'm back from the sponsors. She's still doing that. So hey, just a little update here. It looks like at this moment in time, it is with 3:58 to left to go in the third quarter. Cleveland Cavaliers 98, the San Antonio Spurs 82. Also, the let's talk about tomorrow night's game real quick, and let me know when you're ready, Potts. You could just holler at me. You're ready? Okay, good. All right. She's back. All right, yay, she got lights on. All right, funeral's over. Um,
Funeral's over. You
the
talked about the ledge again.
yes. The Big Ten championship game is tomorrow night.
Okay, there we go.
Ohio State's four.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Ohio State is a 4-point favorite
All
over
right.
Indiana. 182. The Cavs are leading now. They're leading by 18. Holy
All
crap!
righty.
Let's talk about that because Ohio State put a Buckeye ass whooping on Michigan,
That was
and
an awesome game.
I'll tell you
Yes.
what. To see all the Michigan players standing on the block M in the middle of that field to make sure we wouldn't plant the flag, I was dying.
And Ryan Day had no one. The thing I love about this game is the stories that I will tell my grandchildren is that the the fact that Ryan Day said he had a plan in case the radio transmission was going out. He had an inkling, quote, inkling that
I
it would
think
happen.
somebody told them something was up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And also one podcaster said he was arrived early to take care of everything, set up everything. He heard all this primal hooting, hollering, and it was the Michigan players. Then
The
later
players or the
on,
fans?
it was the players.
Okay.
Then he heard like just a clack 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 and some music, silence and clack 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 of cleats. The Ohio State players, they were behaving like they were on a business trip,
Yeah, they treated it like a regular game, and they said we're just show
like
up
a
and just do our. Yep.
they were
Eh,
focused. They were in. I do believe he told those men, "You're gonna the two." He set the tone before the game. He said we're going to celebrate with humility. I
In the locker
retweeted
room. We'll
it.
celebrate in the locker room. We're not doing this. He goes, celebrate in the locker room. He stopped them from doing any of that crap. He goes, we're not going to do this. But I'll tell you what, Brutus doing Xing out. Yeah, I'm in the snow and they're writing Ohio.
That was awesome. That was wonderful. That
There's
was
just there's just
genius.
like these iconic moments in this rivalry, and this will be
It
another
was.
memory. And the thing is, I was so happy because we should have beaten them last year, and we beat them. We were the better team. We went up there. We took care of business. We handled it. We're going back. We'll see you in Columbus next year, Wolverines. We'll
I
see you
have
next
to
year.
give it out. I have to shout out this Michigan podcaster. He said he put it very eloquently. We shouldn't have won yes last year. It was we no the fact that we won yes last year was the worst thing for us. It was fool's gold. I'm paraphrasing. It was fool's gold. We
We
thought we
thought
were
we were better.
good.
We thought we were better than what we were,
Yep. Yep. It was
and they
fool.
thought.
Yeah.
I'm hearing rumors Sharon Moore might get fired because there's crap coming up about him. There was some shenanigans with the communication. Something happened. There's an investigation. I can't prove it. I don't know
I
if they
don't
can.
even
Yeah, I don't.
care.
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't care. They were smart enough to have a contingency plan,
Yep.
and they did it.
Sometimes you let people get away with wrongdoing. When you overcome them, it hurts them even more.
Yeah.
It hurts them even more. It hurts them even more.
And I'll tell you what, that defense, that Ohio State defense. I mean, they could still be
Smother.
playing. They're just
I love it. I love smothering defense. No hope. I quote this all the time. I say this
which
all the time. You defense that puts their mind on the bus third quarter.
yeah.
No hope. No hope.
And
Give
defensively
That's what you
against
want to do.
Indiana,
You want defense that smothers so much that
well,
you want their own mom thinking about
right.
going home.
Let's segue
By
into
third.
this because Francisco Mendoza is going to be a top quarterback prospect next year in the draft. There's people already saying rumors the Browns, if they're fifth or sixth or seventh, wherever they lined up, they will trade up to go to number one with probably Tennessee, because
Okay.
Tennessee already took a quarterback, and we could get our quarterback because we have two
Okay.
first round picks this year. This game for Mendoza, this will be the best defense he will face in his college career. This will be
Okay.
the test to see if he has what it takes to even become an NFL quarterback, much less be one.
I
So,
want
what
to
do you
ask you a
think?
question.
You want to
I
ask
want
me
to
a
ask
question? Go
you a
ahead.
question. Do you want an Ohio State win or do you want Mendoza? You want such a good assessment of Mendoza to ball out.
I want an Ohio State win.
What more? You want Ohio State win?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you?
Mendoza
How
might be
do you?
fool's gold. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
you want the Ohio State win. We want the Ohio State win. But what do you at least want to see with Mendoza with that Ohio State win? Because I don't want to
I want
see.
to if he's good, if he's competent, and if he can get the ball out on time and hit the windows and just read defenses and make decisions the appropriate amount of time, because those passing windows in the NFL close very fast,
Okay.
and he's going to have to be able to process this and do this quickly. That's why with Shador, this was a redshirt year for him. That's how they treated it. They're bringing him along slowly. They're going to let him play this season out. They played Dylan. They're giving these guys a chance to play. They're going to see what they got. They could bring them back next year, and Shador could be the starter. They might. The Browns might not draft a quarterback. They could take, a left tackle from Utah. I forgot his name. They could take or Miami. I forgot the kid's name, and they could take either Tate or what's that kid's name from Arizona State, the other receiver, Tyson. Yeah. So
Listen, Sampson?
yeah.
Simpson?
No, no. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking, but they could take if they took Carnell Tate with the top 10 pick in this draft. Everybody, all Browns fans will be out there buying Carnell Tate, Ohio State jersey, Carnell Tate, Browns jersey. So it would be very exciting. I would love to see them get weapons first. The quarterback thing, yes, but if you are not 100% sure that whether it's him, Moore, or Simpson from Alabama is the guy, don't pull the trigger. Draft who you think. So I'm thinking they're going to do the analytics approach, to it, and that's what they're going to. I'm not 100% sure if they're sold on Mendoza or not. Even if they are, they're not going to tell us.
They're not going to tell. Oh, please.
They're not going to tell us.
I tweeted today. Did Kevin say if Kevin's wife asked him, "Do you love me, Kev?" Would he answer directly? I mean, Kev is so stoic, but he can get fired up. I've seen him; he's gotten fired up sometimes.
They want to see the Bill Cowher get mad, fire and brimstone type. And that's what they want to see.
Bobby Knight. Remember Bobby Knight back in the day? Oh my God.
Oh, I've heard stories of Bobby Knight. Yeah.
Oh gosh. He got me to start watching basketball. He really did.
College basketball. That was Indiana. Indiana's favorite Bobby.
That was Indiana.
So two 12-0 teams facing for the Big Ten championship. Number 1 ranked Ohio State, number 2 ranked Indiana in Indianapolis, Indiana. And Ohio State is a 4-point favorite.
Okay.
Should be a fun game tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
I hope we all travel. I hope we all travel. What are we wearing? Because we're both red teams. What are we?
I think I would guess Indiana would be red because they're home, and we'd be white. I would guess that.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's dive in now since we already did the break. Let's dive into Sunday's game. We talked about the Buckeyes tomorrow night, Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock at Huntington Bank Field. The Cleveland Browns are also 4-point favorites over the 1-11, the 3-9 Cleveland Browns against the 1-11 Tennessee Titans. So if they win this game, they officially have a better record than they did last year, with the possibility of maybe winning 1 or 2 more. I don't see them beating Chicago. I don't see them beating Buffalo. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could. If they play a clean game, beat Pittsburgh or beat Cincinnati, they could win one of those 2. So if they have a 5-win season and they tangibly have a better record than they did last year, could that be enough to, I don't think Stefanski's going anywhere because I think they knew where they were and what was happening because of that Watson deal, and they're doing that pivot. They're trying to get what they can. You never know.
Remember the news about Watson dropped this week too, also.
Yeah, we want to talk about that. They had to do that for legal reasons because he was cleared by a doctor. If he does not get activated or make the final roster, there's a $44 million insurance.
You mentioned insurance,
which will give them $44 million of cap space.
Okay.
Won't give them the money; they'll give them the cap space.
Yes. Okay.
So that'll be good news because that's something I'm sure we could use that money for what we need on offense. Because the offense, I see the offseason.
We've got to invest a lot.
Invest a lot in the offense because the defense looks outstanding. I mean, the defense looks great. So let's see what happens. But what are your thoughts? Because Mason Graham's questionable, Devin Bush is questionable.
Mason Graham is questionable.
He's going to play. He told the beat reporters he has a rib injury. They listed him as questionable. He says I'm playing. I'm playing. He said he basically fought through it with the 49ers game. He's going to play. He's going to play.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Myles Garrett. They're talking about how because Tennessee has given up the most sacks this season. That Myles could get 4 sacks Sunday, and with those
he'll
4
break the record.
He'll break the record. And I will endure the cold.
You're gonna do it. You've got to be there. You've got to be there.
Oh,
4
of course.
sacks.
I wouldn't do it. I was telling a coworker today, like, I've already bought the ticket. I might as well go. Might as well. Just dress, guys. Dress warm. That's all. Dress warm. Get hot chocolate. Sit there. If you can go into the bathroom for a little bit because it's heated and they have the radio playing just to give yourself some time to get some heat, that's fine. The only thing I wish I did last week that I didn't do is I didn't have long johns on underneath. I'm doing that this week.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
I had jeans. Of course, I had jeans. I had jeans on, and
So you want to have long layers on?
Yeah, I just put a layer of long johns on underneath.
It's just hard to walk. I'm short, and so it's like when I wear long, when I go to Brown and wear long, it's just hard to walk. Yeah. But it really is like a Christmas story. I can't.
I mean, let's just say that. Do you think it'll be a 4-sack game for Myles Garrett? I would love to see.
It's going to be. I think
he's going for it. He basically called his shot this week.
He
He
called
called.
a shot.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a maybe 2 sack game. I think trying to do their best. People do I told you about the Lazarus effect, and so
They're
so
gonna yeah. You keep saying that. You know they keep. I mean the Raiders didn't have it.
the Blazers didn't have
The
it,
Raiders didn't
but
have it.
I
Well,
think
The
he's going to
Raiders
get half
are
of that.
the Titans are worse than the Raiders.
The Tit- the Titans are worse than the Raiders.
Oh god,
What's
their
going
one
on
game, the one game they won was on a last second fluke play with the Cardinals when the guy
Okay.
fumbled the interception into the Titans end zone and they recovered it there. That was
Okay.
their one
Well,
win.
he'll get it. He'll get it then.
Well,
What's
yeah,
going
I'm
on?
just saying. I mean, they've given up the most sacks this season, and I'm thinking they're
He'll
going to be
get it.
licking their chops because really, just the Tennessee has good players on defense. You talked about that before. That you brought some
Yeah.
players you wanted to ask me about, but let me just do
Yeah.
this real quick. I'll tell you when they beat the Cardinals, what week that was. Games. Okay, they were 2-1 in the preseason. Yeah, it was 22 to
Yeah.
21,
Let's
October 5th at
pull up
Arizona.
the roster.
It was at
Yeah, I pulled up the
Arizona,
Titans
and
roster here. Uh huh.
yeah, let's see. Let's
Yeah, I
see.
pulled up the Titans roster.
Yeah, they kicked a last second field goal on the Arizona 11
Mm-hmm.
with no time left to get the 22. Yeah, Darden Taylor Demerson intercepted Cam Ward for no gain, and Demerson fumbled. Tyler Lockett recovered fumble for a touchdown.
So that was the Cardinals game. Okay.
That was a Cardinals game. That happened, and that made it 19 to 21. And then I guess let me see what led up to that last play.
So what is Cam Ward? Doesn't he have any protection? Who is protecting Cam? What are okay? Who are these old linemen? What are they doing? Uh, what are they doing out here? What's going on?
Yeah, this
James Proche is a wide receiver for the Titans.
yeah, Prochet.
Oh,
Hmm.
former Brown.
Yep,
I got
yep,
a picture with him.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm looking at this, and I'm just saying, like on paper, just on the defense is going to be the best unit on the field for the Cleveland Browns, and
mhm.
if we don't turn the ball over and we play solid special teams, there's
Uh-huh.
absolutely no reason we should not win this game.
Okay, so
People are saying the beat reporters saying it's going to look more like how the Raiders game was and how the Dolphins game
mhm.
was.
Okay, so let's look at their defense. Let's take a moment. I've heard of some of their players. Devontre Sweat,
Yep,
Shy Tuttle,
yep,
safety Mike Brown.
yep. There's some decent. They have some good players. They're not elite players, but they got some guys that can pressure too. And we're down Jack Conklin and Wyatt Teller. So
Mm.
yeah,
So, okay, so who is that? Is that Kay Leviston?
yeah. Hold on,
Who is going to be
they got
replacing
Kendall.
Teller?
Shy Tuttle is listed as questionable,
Okay, he's questionable. Okay,
and Kendall Brooks, the other defensive back, is listed as questionable. They're both. It says concussion. I don't know if that means they're in the protocol.
okay,
That might mean they're in concussion protocol, and there's really they have to clear it in order to play.
okay, okay,
So that's what I'm seeing right now. Hang on.
okay. Um,
Blake Hance, their offensive lineman, is on injured reserve. Kelvin Ridley's on injured reserve. Hang on. They got a bunch of guys. Will Levis is on injured reserve. Oh
mhm.
yeah.
So we got
Their
Teller.
their
So
starting center with the foot injury is out. Cushenberry.
let's see
Um,
who's going to be replacing.
yeah. So they got some guys. Yep. Oh, it's reposted by Flex. Thanks, Flex. Oh, he said we got a comment here. Sorry, I'm
Who's
behind
the
on the
comment?
comments. Yeah, Flex. Final Boss Flex. Thanks, brother.
What did he say?
No, he didn't say anything. He just reposted our show.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Thank, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
So we got Teller replaced by Leveston.
Yep.
Okay. And with the Browns,
Um,
yeah. And
I
then
forget.
who else is out? Who else is out?
Jack Conklin with a concussion.
Okay, Conklin. Okay.
So I'm trying to remember. So it's going to be suspect
Mm-hmm.
with the line. The thing is, like I said, this was a redshirt year for Shador,
Mm-hmm.
which, like I said, the thing that people lack was I was making that point before.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, hey thanks brother, love you too. Anytime, love the show. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. The thing with Shador is the thing that people lack patience, and that's what I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to say. Like they always want everybody focuses always on the destination. They don't focus on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
They focus on the finished product. They don't focus on the process. Have you ever heard you know what you ever heard of the saying that the obstacle is the way?
The obstacle is the way.
Yes,
No, I never heard that.
it's stoicism. I'm not sure if it was Epictetus or Marcus Aurelius that said that, the Stoic philosophers, meaning
Mm-hmm.
that if it's hard to do and it's giving you difficulty and you have to struggle to learn and to grow from it, you're doing the
Mm-hmm.
right thing.
Mm-hmm.
That you're doing the right thing. Like for instance, there's so many people that talk to me and they want to get in shape, they want to lose weight, they want to look good, they want to look great. I said,
Uh-huh.
okay, you got to get your butt to the gym.
Uh-huh.
You got to maybe even get up early and do a little bit of cardio,
Yep.
fasted. Guess what? You got to have a diet and stick to it.
Yes.
You do
Yeah.
those, you basically you burn off more calories than you
Yes.
take in. You'll lose weight, you'll build muscle, and you'll look better.
Yep. My life didn't change until 4 years ago when I buckled down and intermittent fasted. That's
And
what I
and
used to
and
be
that was difficult. That was
365.
not easy for you, right? It was
Yep.
hard.
It was hard.
The
But
obstacle is the way.
after a week, my stomach was like, thank you. I never had a gurgle or anything. It only
Let
took
me
a
let me
week.
ask you this. You were talking about when you struggled in nursing school on the ectograms. Was that what it was?
Electrocardiogram reading.
Electrocardiograms, whatever they're
Mhm.
called. Yeah, but you got through it with some
Mhm.
help. But you got through it, and you came out
Mhm.
of it better. You bettered
I
yourself.
did.
The
I did.
obstacle is the way.
Hmm.
People think they can just show up, sit down, turn on the TV, and their team's going to be great and awesome every week, and they're going to
Hmm.
win by 50 points. That doesn't happen in the NFL.
It doesn't
I can
happen.
go down the turnpike right now, turn on sports talk radio there, and you know where I'm talking about. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, everybody wants Tomlin fired. They were chanting
Yeah,
"Fire
go ahead,
Tomlin."
fire Tomlin. I can use him. Yeah, we can sure
Everybody,
use.
he really looks bad on the side. He just looks like he's lost on the sidelines now. He might be past his time. He's been there for like 17 years, 18 years, or
Okay,
something like that. Okay,
he doesn't look ghost in the headlights. Like sometimes I'm worried about Kev.
yeah,
Or
yeah, he did. Oh, he looked. Did you see him in the Buffalo game?
oh,
He looked
no
like
idea. I was catching up
he
on
did
some
not look like
house stuff.
himself. He didn't look like the Tomlin that I knew, that
Okay.
I've known. So let's
Hmm.
just go there. Go even farther east to
Hmm.
Baltimore. They want to get rid of Harbaugh. I'm not kidding.
You
They
are. They don't know. They cannot walk in our sand shoes.
well,
They
I'm
could
just
not walk in our.
no,
People
and
cannot walk in our moccasins at
they
all, man.
they lost to the Bengals Thanksgiving night. Okay, but after committing 5 turnovers, and when you
You're
do that,
going to
you're
lose.
going to
You
lose. So they
deserve to
committed
lose. If you
right.
committed, you deserve to lose. I don't
So
want to win. If
they
I commit
looked
five
bad.
turnovers, I deserve to lose.
Right,
Okay.
just like when we basically what we did was 3 turnovers to them. Now let's just go ahead, go south, down 71 south, Cincinnati, before Joe Burrow came back, because
Say the quote. Say the quote.
they wanted to get rid of him. Fans wanted to get
Hmm.
rid of Zach. One person called him a coward because he didn't play Burrow the Sunday before the Thanksgiving game.
And
Yeah.
what did Burrow say? What did Burrow say?
He was
Burrow
unpaid. He was
said
unpaid to play
they
football.
asked him.
Yeah, yeah.
They asked him, "Why are you coming back? Your season is over with. It's shot. What's the point?" He said, "We get paid to play a child's game. I want to come back." You
Yeah.
know, it's integrity, folks. You know,
Oh no, I
integrity.
respect that he did that. I'm fine.
I
I'm fine with
respected
that.
it. You
Yeah, yeah.
know, I respected him. You
Ooh,
know, I
one
really did. You
seventeen to
know,
102 with 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the game. The Cavs are winning.
I just so football 101. Shador. So Shador, as you know, needs to work on some holding the ball. And he did
He
say
needs to get
this
rid of it
week,
sooner. Yeah, yeah.
he did say, it is, you got to work on trusting your receivers. He did say that this week. I got to work on trusting my receivers. Do you think he's going to be able to hold the line with a questionable Shy Tuttle and Devontae Sweat, a defensive tackle, and defensive end Sebastian Day and Ravenel? And how is he going to be holding the line against this defense this Sunday?
Well, I hope they game plan around it and call the plays right to play to his
Hmm.
strengths and do quick passes. And I don't think he has to really sweat the pass rush as much as people think they have to sweat our
Okay.
pass rush.
Okay.
But they are NFL players, but we have NFL players too. So I think
Hmm.
our offense can be good enough to win. Here we go. Whoa,
Hmm.
this is going to be a long comment. Let's read this.
Okay. He wrote a
Regarding
Bible. Okay.
Shador in the process, here's a cool stat. No quarterback drafted in the 21st century has led their team to a Super Bowl victory as of now. This includes notable quarterbacks like Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, who have reached the Super Bowl, but did not win it with their respective teams. Point being, the process ain't over. Hang in there and persevere,
Persevere, I think he
persevere,
said.
which is true. That was my point. That was my
Hmm.
point. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, right? Two good examples of that.
Hmm.
People are ready to give up too soon. Now, the Baker Mayfield thing, I'm not going to get into the weeds on that when that happened. But thanks, Final Boss Flex. Thank you again for commenting. Appreciate that.
Hmm.
But like I said, there's a process. The obstacle is the way. Your struggles. It's like I'm gonna get a little bit biblical here. When God wanted to make David a king, he
Hmm.
sent him Goliath. He didn't send him a crown and a throne,
Hmm.
right? When God wanted to make Moses a leader, he sent him to the wilderness.
Hmm. Abraham was tested to kill his own son. He tested his faith.
There you
Yeah.
go. Beautiful. Old Testament. We can even go to the New Testament.
Shout out to David. David, December 19th. If you're taking out your kids, need to visit your kids. That's a good
Yeah.
movie coming
Well,
out, by the
well,
way.
let's say when he wanted to make Jesus into a savior, he gave him a cross.
Hmm.
When
Hmm.
Jesus was fulfilling his purpose as the savior.
Hmm.
So there's a reason. And if you want to hang your head and kick rocks, go ahead. I'm not. I'm
Hmm.
enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm
Don't
50,
say process. That's what Matt Campbell used to say. That's
I'm
what
enjoying
Matt
the ride. I'm
Campbell used
enjoying
to
the
say.
ride. I'm enjoying the journey. It's
Thank
the
you.
journey. It's the journey. It's not the destination. I've won belts behind me. You know how many times I've taken the belts out of my bag and looked and just thought to myself, this is what I worked so hard for. This is it.
Hmm. This is it.
This is it. And it's
But it
not
was.
that's not it. It's the
Uh-huh.
journey, it's the learning, it's the growth to get to that. That's the prize.
Did you ever think though that I was at the gym yesterday
Okay.
and I was just looking around at all of the people working out. And I was like, these these people, all of these people working out, and I could tell this man was at his peak physique, but I could tell he was not happy with himself.
Of
But I'm
course.
like,
You never are.
I can tell. And this guy, I think in
Was he
training
did
camp,
he look
one
like he
month,
committed
he was ready
as
to
a
play
did,
football.
did
You
he
know what I
look like
mean?
okay, he looked like an athlete.
He looked like an athlete.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
could tell the frown on his face. He wasn't really happy. He wanted to do something better. It wasn't exactly the way he wanted. Okay,
Right. Right.
and I'm thinking like all of these people are like, you guys know you're in the 10% of Americans. You're in the final 1% of Americans that are
Yeah.
dedicated to exercising. These I recognize all of you guys' faces. I've been coming here consistently, and I know you guys. You guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
I know.
the
I know the
manager's
feeling.
calling out your names. Hey, Bob, how you doing? How you know what I
I'm
mean?
smiling from ear to ear when I'm at the gym because that's my happiest I am. I am. It's guys. It's the journey, not the destination, and that was my
Mhm,
point. It's the journey. It's
mhm.
the whole thing that's happening right now, and when you get there, you really might understand it. So everybody's focused on, oh, I want a ring or I want this. Well, you could go out and buy a fucking ring, okay? You can.
It's
You can
their
go and
first
buy a
year.
belt. Yeah. Is it
And
really the same?
Dylan, your story's not over.
No,
Like
neither is
I wanted
Shador's.
to,
This
I
is
didn't mean
just the
to
beginning for
specifically, but
them
at
too.
Dylan. But Dylan, your story is not over.
Right,
You
right. Now think
know,
about that. That's why when you see guys in the NBA like your Kevin, is Kevin Durant as respected as Michael Jordan or even LeBron? You want to know why? Because he took off and chased a ring at Golden State, and he looked like a
mm-hmm,
punk doing it.
mm-hmm,
He got a
mm-hmm.
ring, but it's like, yeah, you just that's what you did. That's the only reason why they won those other two finals after we beat them.
Mm-hmm.
We should have beaten them the first time because we had all these
Mm-hmm.
guys hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Those 4 straight years when we faced Golden State in the NBA Finals, we
Yes.
won once. We should have won the first time. If Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love weren't hurt, we would have beaten them in six
Yes.
games. It took them 6 games to beat us.
Yep.
So that with two of the top three scorers gone, who else could have? Nobody would have stood a chance in that
No
series.
one is going to.
Yeah. So it's like I said, you know what I mean. We did it, and we did, and it's just like going like when LeBron left in 2011,
Mm-hmm.
comes back 4 years later
Mm-hmm.
and did that.
It
I
was
mean, yeah,
amazing.
it was amazing, but it was his image. He rebuilt his image when he did it, but still,
Mm-hmm.
he did it. He didn't have to come back. He could have told him. But I think he
He's a
realized
child. He was a kid from Akron.
he
He's a kid from Akron.
he
You're
made well
always a
he made a
kid.
mistake, and he wanted to make it right. I think he
Mm-hmm.
realized looking back, yeah, that was stupid. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, not necessarily leaving, but the way he left. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
not the fact that he did leave, but it was the way he left. He
But
couldn't have.
what we would have won if he didn't leave? Think about that. What we would have won if he didn't leave?
No,
Maybe he needed to go.
it was one of it was a part of the process because we ended up drafting Kyrie Irving, we ended up drafting Tristan Thompson,
Him
we ended up
leaving made us
yeah,
get other pieces. Yep.
yep,
Him
we kind of tore
leaving
it
made
down, then
us
we had
get
to
other
build it
pieces.
up, and then when he said he'd
Hmm.
come back, Dan Gilbert's like, all right, let's do it. I'll give
Because
you
if
whatever
he
you
wouldn't
need.
have left, maybe we would have made other draft picks and
Yep.
things like that. So,
534, 119 to 107. We're leading with 534 left in the game. So we're up by,
okay.
we're actually, not, we're 121 to 107. Excuse me. We're up by 14. All right.
Okay.
So that, like I'm saying, that's the point. Like, yeah, this is a shitty season. Last year was a shitty season. But I'm kind of taking a different perspective on this. I'm like, because I think what the Browns are doing, that what we were just talking about, they're prioritizing evaluation and development over
Hmm.
winning, and that's why I think Kevin Stefanski's
Consistency.
safe.
Consistency. That's what I see them trying to do. Consistency. I still have hope in my Browns. Why? Because I can put my name on what's going pieces that we need.
Yeah,
Other times it's like, wow, what is, there's so many things, I
well, I
now
mean,
know, okay, we just need to focus on our O line, make a decision about, JLK. And we have already done that. Thank God for our rookie class.
if he has
We need
another
to just,
offseason like that again, we're going to be set for a while.
yes,
We're talking contending for a Super Bowl when they open that dome. I
yes.
mean,
I think
I'm
we
not
need
kidding.
to, I do believe Kev just put a fire underneath him. You put a fire underneath him. But Kev, sometimes you've got to. The reason why I was able to excel back to the nursing school metaphor is because I realized I have a problem. Kev, you got to look in the mirror. And sometimes I don't know if Kev is capable of looking in the mirror because you know what I mean? Sometimes I got to feel
What
that
makes you
Kev
feel that way? What makes you see
himself.
that? What makes you
Huh?
feel that way?
I
Why do
don't
you think?
know. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. I just
I mean,
want
is there
Kev
something?
to
Is
look
it
in the
his
mirror
body
behind
language on the sideline, how he looks, how he's handling the press conferences,
the
play
press
call?
how he handles the press conferences, but he's very stoic. He
Yeah.
knows how to be evasive. You know,
Oh yeah.
he
Both
knows.
him and Barry are. They don't say.
Yeah.
They don't say. They that deal to trade down to draft fifth pick for the fifth pick, which we took Mason Graham, Judkins, and Schlesinger, the first three picks, which was like a home run right there. Those three picks are a home run.
Hmm.
You were here with me when we picked Judkins, so
Yes.
and Schlesinger. That was, but my point being was is that I remember sitting there. I had Ethan
Hmm.
next to me, golly,
Hmm.
Ethan, and people were booing when we traded down from two. They wanted to buy the Travis Hunter jersey, and Ethan was mad. He goes, "I want to win now. I want to." I had to talk him off the ledge. I said, "Hold on, what did we get? What did we get?"
Hmm.
And then after we drafted Mason Graham, people were walking away going, "Wow, defensive line with Mason Graham and Miles Garrett." Ooh, ooh. They're like, "Whoa, yeah,
That was the best day. Every
yeah."
day. I
Well,
have been giving them
looking back, that
accolades
it was
all
genius,
season.
and that deal was in place for weeks, contingent on one thing:
Hmm.
Titans draft Cam Ward. Because
Hmm.
if Cam Ward was there at two, we were taking him.
Hmm.
That's the only thing. And looking back, people are like, we could have taken Jackson Dart with two. Do you really want him at two? I mean, are you serious? Was he worth then we wouldn't have had Judkins or Graham.
I think we got more. I don't know if
Plus,
Travis got
it also
hurt, but
depends on what the Jacksonville pick this year,
mhm,
wherever they end up. I think it's going to be high in the It's going to be higher up in the second round, probably somewhere in the 20s. But you got a
mhm.
top. You'll get a top 10 pick, and you're going to have three
Our
picks in the
defense
top
is
30.
nothing. Our young rookies and all of them on both sides of the ball have been nothing but greatness. Nothing but greatness.
The journey, folks. Let's stay
Off
along
the
for the
field
journey.
too.
We've been at this since 1999, going back to 95 from what we went through. And I'm not saying it's going to be better next year, it's going to be better tomorrow, it's going to be better the year after that. I don't know. But
Mhm.
I'm saying that I see what they're
We're going to
doing.
grow. I think we're
We
going to
want
grow.
we're
I
going to
just
see
predict
we
we're
want
going
to
to
see
grow. I
growth.
think
We want to see growth.
we're going to get our O line together. We're going to have to because we're aging. I don't know what we're going to do with Joe is going to retire. Joe Batonio, who I love, we're going to have
Conklin's
to
going to
think
be
about
gone because he's
him.
on the last year of his contract. We'll get Dewan
Conklin
Jones
is
back.
always hurt. Uh,
Dewan
you
Jones is
know,
always hurt, so we got to get younger and healthier on the
yeah, we
offensive
got to
line.
get younger. But I don't want totally young. I want to make some good free agency picks too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things like trades, free
Hmm.
agency.
Hmm.
Do you see them bringing a veteran quarterback in?
Hmm.
Like, not necessarily a Flacco or a Pickett, but somebody
Hmm.
you never know who could be out there. A journeyman, like a regular journeyman that could be here, just to have a veteran here. And I mean, could opening day next year, whenever we play,
Hmm.
could it be Shador Sanders be the starter? It's possible.
It's gonna be Deshaun. It's
You
gonna be
think
Deshaun.
it's going to be Deshaun?
It's gonna be
I
Deshaun.
honestly think that shoulder injury after that surgery, he
Hmm.
that's what did him in. I
Okay.
think that did. I mean, people won't admit to it, but he just wasn't this. I mean, he was rusty. He got hurt, and then that
Hmm.
shoulder injury pretty much did him in because they it's just it's a rarity. It was just a whole mess with him. But like I said, um, we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes
Hmm.
on. I have a great 2:26 to go. Cleveland Cavaliers 126, San Antonio Spurs 111. It is in downtown Cleveland, and
Okay.
so the Cavs are up by 15 with like less than 2.5 minutes to go in the game. So it looks really
Okay.
good for us. Yeah, it looks really good for a
Okay.
win for the Cavs tonight. But
What's
I was
what's our record? What's our Cavs record?
well, if
I'm
with the win
sorry,
tonight, they'd be 14-10.
14-10. Okay.
The Spurs are 15-6, but if they lose,
Ooh,
15-7. Yeah,
okay.
Spurs have a good record.
Mhm.
So let's just kind of put it on this. I think Sunday will be a win. I think it's
I think
safe to
Sunday
just.
will be a
I,
win. I
I,
think Ohio State was going all the way.
you think they're going to repeat? They've never
I think
repeated in
they're
the
going to
history of
be
their school. They're talking three-peat because Sayin and Smith will be back in 26, excuse me, next
okay.
year. So I mean, Tate will be coming out in the draft, but Ohio State just had an amazing recruiting class
Oh,
again.
are all the players play? Are any players sitting out this bowl game? Are they all playing this game?
They're
What do they
playing. I
usually
haven't
do?
heard about anybody sitting out anything.
Okay.
I have not
Mhm.
heard that. And plus, when there was rumors about Smith or Tate not playing against Michigan, I'm like, I was rolling my eyes. I'm like, bullshit, they're playing. I
Mhm.
was like, they're playing. You're not gonna miss the game. That's why
Mhm.
Tate rested for like 3 weeks. They made sure he was fine. They made sure
Mhm.
Smith was fine. He didn't play against Rutgers the week before. These guys are
Mhm.
playing in the Big Ten championship, and they're going to play in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, I wish it
So,
wasn't in Indianapolis though. They have practically a home
yeah,
game.
yeah. Well, pretty soon when the dome's built, they're going to be in Cleveland. So,
That would be
yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's going to be at Brook Park. Yeah, and
I mean,
the other thing too, before I forget, Monday night, the Cleveland City Council voted to approve the $100 million settlement from the Haslam Sports Group to the city of Cleveland to relocate to Brook Park. All
okay.
lawsuits are being withdrawn.
Okay.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal. It's happening.
It's happening. It's a
It's
done deal
happening.
now. So that's kind of like that completely. We didn't know about that because that broke like while we were on there, and I didn't see it until afterwards. So I retweeted it.
Hmm.
So yeah. So is the $100 million settlement, which really the city of Cleveland was smart to try to leverage what they could, so they're not
Hmm.
left empty-handed with this empty stadium sitting there as an eyesore. They're going to do, and the Haslam's like, yeah, let's work together. Let's do what's best
Hmm.
for the city and the region. That
Hmm.
that empty that monstrosity sitting on the lake
Hmm.
that just sits empty 150, with 350 days out of the year. There's going to be some concerts. I think
Hmm.
Foo Fighters are coming. I'm trying to think. Oh, there's a halftime show with Big Boy. Was
Yeah. How
halftime.
was it? How was
That was
that?
cool. That was good. The
It,
halftime
it
show
went
was
over
good. He
good.
wasn't
Okay.
on the
Okay.
field. He was off to the side, kind of like when they did Foreigner last year.
Okay.
But they did that was good. And
Big boy from Outcast was. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
cool.
he
Okay.
that was cool. It was a cool show. It was like, oh, pretty nice. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So and like I said, guys, you know, I remember those 3 years without having a team.
Uh huh.
I remember 1995.
Yeah.
Some of you weren't even born yet. I hate
Hmm.
to say it, but it's true. Yeah, I'm an old
Hmm.
fart. I understand.
Uh-huh.
But think about it, okay? We have an owner willing to spend money. We have a new stadium coming. We have a group of people in place that seem to know what they're doing based
Hmm.
on last year's offseason. And they're recovering from an owner making a rash decision on signing Deshaun Watson. Or at least,
And he has different revenue streams. We've got an owner that owns the Milwaukee Bucks, and guys, he's going to be giving some revenue streams from the UFL, the Columbus Aviators. We don't
and
know
the
this.
Columbus Crew, this MLS game team. He
He
owns them
owns the
too.
stadium. They're going to be playing it.
Yep.
So that helps the Browns.
He's
That
not a
helps.
welfare case, and they complain about him being rich, but yet they wish they had a rich owner that was spending money. You ask Cincinnati if they wish they had a rich owner willing to spend money,
Oh my goodness.
or the Rooney family in Pittsburgh. It's like a
Oh my
family, yeah.
goodness.
So
The stories of what I've heard about. Oh
the
my
Bengals.
goodness. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. The owners are cheap. This is all right. 30 seconds to go. The Cavs are winning 130 to 116.
All
So
right. Let's call it.
yeah, let's go. I think it looks like it's going to be 30.5 seconds. Excuse me. So,
Mhm.
but like I said, guys, there's all this doom and gloom and kicking rocks. There's a guy in Pittsburgh, a podcaster. I saw this come up on the YouTube feed, and it says the Titanic only sank once, but the Steelers sink every week. That's what it said. on the thumbnail. I'm going, wow. I think that what they have to play. They have to play. I'm not. I'm not. This is the rest of their season. They go. They host Baltimore. They go to Baltimore. I don't know which order. They come here. I think they go to Miami. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they go to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So let me look at the Steelers. They could very well have like an 8-9 record. They could lose 3 of those games.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
I
good
mean,
there.
let's think about this 4
Yeah,
seconds.
that's a bad. That's a painful. Is it Aaron Rodgers' left wrist? Yeah, the
Yeah, it's his
refractor.
left wrist. Yeah. All right, they're in
Yeah.
Baltimore this Sunday. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next Sunday, I'm just giving it to the
Mm-hmm.
Steelers, just where they're at. And really, their Dolphins are in Pittsburgh. Okay, Dolphins are in Pittsburgh.
That's giving them
Okay.
away.
Yeah. Then they go to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Then they
Yeah,
come
yeah.
here. Then they come here. Okay. And then
This.
the season finale, that final regular season game, we're in Cincinnati. And if I'm not mistaken,
The Steelers are.
Ravens are in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. Yeah.
So I mean, and really those you
I,
don't think
I don't see them winning the Detroit game, the
no,
Ravens game.
they're
I
going to
don't
lose
see it.
2 of those for sure.
And we may give a keep our job type of win beating them. You know.
Somebody was on 92.3 The Fan predicting that we'll beat them and they'll fire Tomlin.
Mm, yeah, yes, yes, yes. That's a good yes.
That was a
Yeah, lots of
prediction.
times. That's another for you young folks out there. There's two storybook issues with the Browns. We get people fired. People do not want to lose to us, and when they do, they get fired. They get fired. People bring their kids to their games thinking it's going to be a nice, easy win game to watch. And then also, when they lose to us, people get fired. So,
We have one of
yeah.
the best defenses in the NFL. I don't know why they're thinking that. So, all right. Well,
Hmm.
we're at the 1 hour 2 minute mark. This has been a
Hmm.
wonderful show. It's been a wonderful time. So I just kind of
Yeah.
went through it. I said, could this be the year when Tomlin has a losing record? Because I
Hmm.
know for sure they if Joe Burrow is back in Cincinnati too. No, do they play? No, they already played Cincinnati. Excuse me. They got to play Miami. They got to play Baltimore twice, Miami, us, and Detroit.
Hmm.
So 4 of those games are definitely losable to them.
Yeah.
They could lose to Miami too. I mean, they looked bad against Buffalo.
Yeah.
And that saved my weekend. I looked at it and
And
said,
they
oh,
didn't draft a quarterback. That's what was just shocking. They
they
did.
drafted Will Howard in the 6th round,
Will Howard, yes.
and he broke his
Yeah,
hand in
has he
training camp.
touched the field? Has Will
No, no,
Howard?
no, no. They got Mason Rudolph. So, and it's like, yeah, they had a very easy beginning to their schedule, and they were healthy, and
Talk about the process. Yes.
they have an old and expensive defense right now. So
Okay,
a lot
so
of
they
Steelers
never
fans
let
want to
Will
rebuild. They
Howard
want to tear it down and rebuild it, and I'm like, you
during the
guys really want to go?
preseason. They never let Will Howard touch the field. He never let.
He broke his hand.
Oh,
He broke his hand.
oh,
It broke his hand. Something happened in training camp. He broke his throwing hand. So
oh my.
he started the season on IR. I don't know if he's like their emergency quarterback or because Mason Rudolph's the backup. So I
Okay.
think he's their 3rd guy. So they
Okay.
might be bringing him along. But I liked Will Howard. Everybody knew that. I liked it because I was an Ohio State guy.
Hmm.
So, but
Yeah, we were thinking about him for us. Yeah.
it's a final. The Cleveland
Hmm.
Cavaliers defeated the San Antonio
Hmm.
Spurs 130 to 117. Okay.
Hmm.
Salute. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Oh, also, click on the link for the sponsor of the show, Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Hmm.
Click on the link, order up some coffee, tell them Lou sent you. This is the Burning River Browns Talk on the Fanatical Elves Network, a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. I am Lou
Hmm.
Marconi and Omar Coney 251 on Instagram and Omar Coney 1973 on X. My friend, co-host, Posh Clevelander. You can find her at Posh_Clevelander on X. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. We appreciate each and every one of you. Always remember, when the river burns, it burns brown and orange. We will see you next Friday on a Victory Friday. How does that sound?
Fine. Yes, double Victory Friday.
Double Victory Friday. Let's
Go Buckeyes. Go Browns.
Yep. Your call. You like my whole music? Your call is important to us. My beard's getting whiter and whiter. It is. You like my beard.
You're so funny. You're like, hey, what's your funeral?
You going to a funeral?
You called.
Who died? Shit.
It was thanks for talking me off the ledge again.
I always do. I have a knack for doing that.
It was a hard week. It was a hard week.
It'll be fine. It'll all be good.